Coach Nick here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about training your serratus muscles. Your serratus muscle, put simply, is the muscle, your serratus anterior muscle, some people call it, is responsible for keeping your scapula, which is your shoulder blade, pressed up against your rib cage and moving around the rib cage without hopping out or winging. So when people say they have a winging scapula, a lot of times that's either a long thoracic nerve issue, which is something that personal trainers shouldn't be really dealing with, or it could just be an overall serratus anterior weakness. This is what we're going to cover here. So, a lot of people are talking about this exercise. It's a fantastic exercise, push-up plus, where they just kind of push their shoulder blades apart, let gravity push them back together, push them apart again. Okay? That's a fantastic exercise, and they're right on the money for getting the serratus anterior, but we're going to make that exercise a little bit better. First thing is, remember I told you it all has to do with the shoulder blade position. Well, if I bring my hands in closer and don't keep them where most people do in push-up position, which is wrist under shoulders or wider, bring your thumbs together closer. That opens up your shoulder blades a little bit more, which is going to create some more serratus anterior activation. Okay? So that's tweak number one. Also make sure that when you're doing these, whether your hands are close or far, that it's just your shoulder blades are moving, that you're not dropping your head and dropping your hips. Okay? Now, this is the big tweak. If you talk to some of the most well-researched physical therapists out there, Kevin Wilk really specializes in the shoulder, Robert Mangine, Mark Comerford, they'll all tell you this. You should be slightly, in order to get the maximal serratus anterior recruitment, you lift your hand slightly above your shoulder and slightly internally rotate. And that's going to create more serratus anterior recruitment based off of how the fibers are orientated. So now, instead of being here, I would be here, okay? These under my eyes, and I'll do my push-up pulse. Okay, now if you're adding in push-ups, what I would do first is do your push-ups first, maybe 8, and then get into your position, change your hands, and then plus 8. So again, tweak your serratus, to tweak your push-up plus for more serratus, hands closer together, slightly elevated, and slightly internally rotated. That's the way to maximize your serratus anterior muscle.